Hello guys, I'm Gully and I've been playing quite a lot of Call of Duty Warzone with my crew these last weeks. I've survived helicopter crashes, I've parachuted behind campers on the hospital rooftop and killed them with finishing moves. I've ran over 100 players with the Jeep, and they also ran over me pretty much the same amount. I've had a lot of fun with the game and I've learned a lot of things, especially the ones I should never do because they could cost me the game. As of now, I get consistently under top 10 as long as I stick by my own rules and don't get careless. If you've been struggling to get higher placements in matches or you just want to up your game, this is the video for you. Here's 7 things you should never do when playing Warzone. Number 1. Don't lose sight of your teammates. Have you ever been in that situation where someone says to you, "Bro, don't wander too far, but I need loot, man." "Yeah, but as soon as you go, a squad's gonna come and I'll get killed." "Nah, bro, you worry too much." "Bro, there's 2 guys here." What happened, man? You, that's what happened. Whoa, that escalated too quickly. But you get the point. If there's anything I've ever believed 100% in my life, it's cut timing. Whether it's a surprise peek, a one-shot snipe, gas nipping at your butt cheeks, everything always happens when you least expect it. This is one of the reasons why you need to be close enough to your teammates so you can save each other from being sent to the gulag and losing all your hard-earned loot. You can wander a bit far from your teammate as long as you've got a good angle to support them, so trust me. It will save you a lot of headaches sticking together. Just don't group up too much, you might all get killed with a single straight Semtex. Number 2. Don't get into firefights unless you have to. How many times did you get killed because you saw a squad enter a building close by and you felt lucky?
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Sometimes the payoff might be worth it, but most of the time, you'll feel dumb for having decided to go for the kills. Shooting reveals your position to the nearby players, which will attract them to you, and by the time you're licking your wounds from the last teamfight, you'll have 2 other squads coming down on you and taking those 10k you fought so hard to get. Remind your trigger-happy teammates that whenever they spot someone, just ping it and stand down unless they're under gulag levels of threat. It's best to initiate a fight on your terms than just going ham and wasting armor plates for nothing. Remember, it's not just good marriage advice, it also works in-game. Pick your fights. Number 3. Don't fight on autopilot, do your prep before and think during fights. Look, I get it, we've all been playing Modern Warfare for a while. We cannot go through a map without super sprinting and then jump ADS or go prone ADS as soon as someone shows up in front of us. It's muscle memory, but believe me, what's gonna get you far in this mode is thinking. Make sure you have tactical and lethal equipment ready. I can't tell you how many times I get out of crazy situations with a well-placed flash or C4. Many randoms I've played with rely solely on guns, which limit their options greatly. It's best to always have some aces up your sleeve. Stack up on armor plates. If you find a munitions box, use it right there, stack up on ammo and pick up your previous field upgrade. You can do the same with stopping power rounds. Have each of your teammates buy a kill streak that complements your comp. Get UAVs, precision airstrikes, even shield turrets if they work for you. I actually think they're underrated, so you can respond optimally to anything that comes your way. Number 4. Don't advance mindlessly. Knowing where to go and when it's an essential skill in Warzone. It starts with picking your landing zone. Take a look at the safe zone and think of a place where you would expect the least amount of people possible. If you do it right, you can have your loadout drop before the 5-minute mark. Then stack up on some armor, a couple of kill streaks and drive all the way to the safe zone. If no spot convinces you, you can drop pretty far from the safe zone since the first time the gas swoops in, it's actually pretty slow. Moving from one position to another is also key, considering that this is the moment where your team is most vulnerable, and therefore where most firefights happen. Never stay in the open for more than a few seconds and pick buildings with easy to guard backdoors and well-oriented windows. You chill in there, and on the last 30 seconds before the gas starts closing in, you open up the map and draw your path to the next building or position. Try to always stay on the safe zone's boundaries until it's not an option. This way you'll avoid encounters that can leave you weakened to nearby squads, and you'll have the advantage in positioning and firepower most of the time when initiating teamfights. Number 5. Don't play without a mask. Have you counted the amount of times where you've been busy doing something like firing back at an entire squad, browsing happily through the buy station, arguing something stupid with your teammates when suddenly you become engulfed by a massive deadly green fog? Mic volume goes off the chart, everyone yells gas, 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 and super sprint like crazy? Well, if you counted them, they will be a bazillion times. So save yourself some trouble and buy yourself a gas mask. It's invaluable since it shields you from the gas damage, and it's especially useful in the later stages of the match where there's not much space for you to move around, so it allows you to do cheeky flanking maneuvers behind the squad's lines of sight. Get the mask ASAP through a scavenger contract or a buy station. Do it. Do it. Number 6. Do not overuse vehicles. As much as I love driving jeeps and trucks and helicopters, I've been blown by RPGs so many times that now I only use them in the first 10 minutes of the game. After players are done looting, they become more wary of their surroundings, which makes driving during mid-game very dangerous. If you really need to get from point A to B as quick as you can and the vehicle is the only option, try to pick a path where you won't be blown to smithereens. Number 7. Don't be selfish. If a teammate needs sniper ammo and you have some, give it to him, even if you think you're a better sniper than him. Same goes for armor plates. The more teammates survive, the better chances you'll have at claiming that top first win. You can also exchange weapons between your teammates. You do that by picking up a weapon from the ground. This will replace the weapon on the ground with your previous one, allowing your teammate to pick it up. As a rule of thumb, treat your teammates like you would like them to treat you, unless they suck. In that case, you can just hoard all the stuff. You have my blessing. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. On a side note, when it comes to weapons, my advice will be to try them all and stick to what works for you. For instance, I'm having a lot of success using light machine guns since I usually find myself in 1v2 scenarios and the larger magazine helps me to keep putting the pressure and get the kills. If you've watched this video up to this point, you might think that, well, these advices will get you a higher placement, they might lead to a lame or boring playstyle. Well, I can tell you that it's not the case. At the end of a trio or quad match with my boys, each teammate has around 5 to 8 kills, except for one member that always has between 0 and 2, but that's because he's getting carried. So don't worry about not getting to shoot enough bullets, you'll still stumble on players, only you'll be better suited for their ass whipping. I'm out!